Hello everyone, I am Daniel Samoy Doronila, the first reporter of Group 3. Good afternoon ma'am, good afternoon classmate, bid 4. Today we will going to discuss the next chapter, the chapter 3, namely Science, Technology, and Nation Building. Before that, let us read this quotation by Julie Payete. In a modern and innovative society, where advancements are plentiful and communication is instantaneous, science and technology are a part of everyday life. The quote above put emphasis on the great contribution of science and technology on the advancement and betterment of our society and nation as a whole. So, in this chapter po, we will going to learn how the developments in science brings progress and changes in our society. So, syempre po, pag sinabi nating progress and changes sa nation, it talks about innovation. So, our entire discussion po will focusing only on the innovation, advancements to new ideas, new methods, or new products that brings developments in our society. And also po, especially yung mga inventions, contributions of Filipino inventors po. Matatakal natin sila lahat. But before that, syempre babasahin ko po muna yung learning objectives natin. At the end of this chapter, we will going to discuss the role of science and technology in the Philippines nation building. Pangalawa po is i-evaluate po namin ang government science and technology agenda and policies in terms of their contribution to nation building. Ang pangatlo po is appraise the actual science and technology policies of government and its impact on the development of the Filipino nation. And the last one po is to analyze the indigenous science and technology. Next. Our first topic po is the Philippine Government Science and Technology Agenda. Letter A. Innovation Culture. The recent success of the saltwater lamp, salamander tricycle, and the Diwata 1 microsatellite in a nice start, but it shows that we have a long way to go before we develop an innovation culture. So sa mga susunod po na slides or bullets, matatakal po namin ang tatlong mga known inventions po sa ating bansa. Yan po ay ang saltwater lamp, pangalawa po is the salamander tricycle, at ang pangatlo po is ang Diwata 1 microsatellite. Okay po, let us next slide. The first one is the Sustainable Alternative Lighting Salt Lamp. Isa Mijeno, a Filipino scientist, created the Sustainable Alternative Light Salt Lamp with the goal of sustainably lighting the remainder of the Philippines. So, as we can see po, sa dalawang pictures na sa gilid, ito pong nasa bandang taas, ito po ang ating salt lamp na ginawa ni Isa Mijeno. At ito naman po sa ilalim, bandang ilalim, ang ating mga traditional na lamp or lampara ng mga sinauna. So, sa two pictures po, nakikita po natin agad kung ano ang innovation dito. Kung dati po, ang ating lampara po is ginagamitan pa ng kerosene, ngayon po, nag-improve na po. Nakagawa po ang ating Filipina scientist ng salt and water lamang po para makapagpailaw. So, gamit lamang po ang isang basong tubig at 2 kutsarang asin, pwede na pong makapagpailaw ito sa loob ng bahay sa loob ng 8 hours. So, it is much more beneficial po kaysa po dun sa traditional lamp na ginagamit natin before, because it is affordable po and sustainable power. Environmental friendliness po. Ang salt lamp po is hindi po siya naglalabas ng usok. Hindi po katulad ng ating traditional na lamp. Pag sinindihan mo po, may lumalabas na usok at nakakasira po ng ating climate. And it improves safety. At ang pang-apat po is device changing capacity. device charging capacity. So, na-create po ni Isa Miheno ang salt lamp, hindi lamang po pang pailaw, kundi pwede rin po tayo mag-charge ng kahit anong device dito. Portability and long-lasting light. And the last is disaster relief. So, sa kahit anong sako na po is pwede natin siyang magamit. Next is the Salamander Tricycle. A Filipino-made of amphibious tricycle was launched on the market to meet the demands of thousands of Filipino living in the flood-prone areas and low-lying villages near bodies of water. H2O technology recently unveiled the floating trike. It is the Salamander at the Capitol Common Center in the Pasig City. So, ang ating mga scientists po and mga professionals, nag-isip po sila ng paraan kung paano ba maibsan yung problema sa baha. So, ang ating pangkaraniwang tricycle po na makikita natin dito sa picture sa baba, ayan po siya. At ito naman po ang Salamander Tricycle na kung saan kinreate po siya for the dual purpose. Sa tag-araw po, pwede po siyang gamiting tricycle. And sa tag-ulan naman po, pwede po siyang maging bangka. So, napakagaling po natin mga scientists. Nakakreate sila ng dual purpose na sasakyan. And that is the Salamander Tricycle. And the next invention is the Diwata 1 microsatellite. Diwata 1 spent 4 years in space producing photographs that have paved the way for the use of space technology in the Philippines to assess environmental change, contributing to science-based conservation and statewide mapping. The microsatellite orbit the Earth 22,643 times, passing 4,800 times over the Philippines. It took 45,572 photographs of the Earth with 17,271 images from the Philippines. The images covered a total of area of 114,087 square kilometers or around 38% of the Philippine land areas. So, ito po ang ating Diwata 1 microsatellite. Before po tayo magkaroon ng Diwata 1 microsatellite, meron na po tayo mga naunang inventions na satellite ng Philippines. These are the Agila 1 and the Agila 2. Ang ating kauna-unahang satellite po ay ang Agila 1, pero ito po ay gawa ng Indonesia. Ito po ay binili lamang na ating mga scientists para may magamit sa telecommunication sa ating bansa like TV broadcast, teleradyo. And ang Agila 2 naman po is the first Filipino-owned satellite to be launched in the space by the year 1997. Katulad po ng Agila 1, ang Agila 2 po is ginagamit din pang telecommunications. Pero ang pagkakaiba po nila, kung ang Agila 1 po is for Philippines lamang, ang Agila 2 po is umaabot sa buong Asia. Diwata 1 microsatellite focuses on the scientific applications like disasters monitoring areas, while Agila 1 and Agila 2 was for commercial telecommunication services only. Next slide po. Letter B. ASEAN integration requires competitive technology. Science and technology assist us in comprehending nature and world around us, as well as enabling us to live full lives through new and innovation methods. Have we ever heard about ASEAN? So, ASEAN stands for Association of Southeast Asian Nations, and nabuo po ang samahan na ito noong 1967. At ang ASEAN po is may 10 bansa na nakapaloob dito. Ito po ang Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, Singapore, Thailand, Brunei, Vietnam, Laos, Myanmar, and the last one is the Cambodia. Ang pinaka-aim po ng samahang ASEAN is to promote cooperation, dialogues, and collaborations for the betterment of the countries that belongs to this group. So, ang ASEAN daw po is naglalayong suportahan or hikayatin ang mga bansa na nakabilong dito at bilong po ang Pilipinas dito na suportahan po ang science and technology sa ating bansa. So, dahil po nakapaloob po ang Philippines sa samahan ng ASEAN, we must develop our scientific and technological basis po as Filipinos in order to compete in the integrated ASEAN. Next slide. Letter C. Two major approaches. Stronger research and development in the region, not just Manila. So, ang layunin po ng approach na ito is hikayatin po ang government at ang iba't ibang sectors na suportahan ang science and technology sa ating bansa. Hindi lamang po sa malalaking cities like Manila, Cavite, Laguna, like that. Siyempre pati rin po sa ating mga municipalities na di pa kilala. Ang pinaka number 1 po na kinakailangan nila is the funding assistance or financial assistance po. Kasi po sa ating bansa, kukunti pa lamang po ang mga facilities na naipapatayo para sa sa mga pag-aaral ng science and technology. So, ang DOST po is nangangailangan pa ng mas malaking pondo para dito. And layunin din po nito na makapagparami ng mga paaralan na makapagbigay ng opportunity po sa mga batang may angking galing sa science and technology upang dumami po ang ating mga professionals like scientists and inventors. The next strategy po is strategic project in 5 areas. Letter A is the renewable energy. B. Science and technology for renewable products. C. Increase food products. D. Climate change adaptations. E. Faster and less expensive internet. F. Mechanisms and characteristics that make it possible. Now, sa letter A po ang renewable energy. As we all know po, isang malaking problema po ng ating bansa is ang pagbabayad ng malaking kuryente. So, little thing that we all know po, meron na po tayong mga power plant energies na nakapatayo na po sa ating bansa like the Mindwil in Ilocos. Ang ating mga biomass power plants po na nakapatayo sa Oriental Mindoro and Oriental de Oro pala. And ang ating mga hydropower plant na nagsusupply ng mga kuryente sa kanilang mga lalawigan or municipalities. By that po, mas napapamura na po ang pagbabayad ng ating kuryente kasi meron na po tayong mga renewable sources. And ang ating mga renewable sources po is ang ating natural sources. Like for example po yung dam. Dahil lang po sa tubig at malalaking hydroelectric turbines po. Ang pangalawa po is the science and technology for renewable products and industrial development po. So kung gusto pa daw po natin na magpatuloy pa or mag-improve ang ating mga basic industries, kailangan po natin ng participation ng mga scientists and professionals. Like yung mga engineers po and architects. Sila po yung mga nagpapanatili ng kaayusan, kung paano papatibayin yung mga infrastructures and mga designs. So, hindi lamang po nakatuon ang ating mga professionals sa pagpapaganda ng mga infrastructures or mga industries. Nakatuon din po sila sa pagpapaganda or pagpapalawig ng food products. So, as we all know po, meron na po tayong mga agricultural engineering ngayon that applies engineering principles to improve agricultural practices. So, nakapokus po sila sa irrigation systems, farm machinery design, precision agriculture, soil conservation, water management, and the last one is the post-harvest handling and processing. Our next po is the letter D, climate change adaptation. We need cutting-edge technology to help our farmers adapt to changing climates, as well as the elimination of technologies that suffocate the potential for healthy yields. The next one po is letter E, faster and less expensive internet. So, kung makikita po natin sa mga barangay hall natin or dito lang sa kanto, meron na po mga nakalagay na na mga free wifi's na bigay po sa atin ng ating president na si Bongbong Marcos. Sa kadahilan ng ang Pilipinas po kasi ay isa sa pinakahuli na sa pagdating sa internet. Sa ibang bansa po libre na, sa atin may bayad pa, kailangan pa magpa-load. But the sad thing po is hindi pa rin po siya matagumpay na nagbibigay ng sustainable internet sa atin. Sapagkat kapag ko-connect po tayo, no internet ang nakalagay. And the last one po is the mechanisms and characteristics that make it possible. Just like what I've said from the last slide po, kailangan po ng science and technology po ng ng financial and funding assistance from the government and different sectors po para maisulong ang iba't ibang mga plano at development po sa ating bansa.